Most people think being good with money means earning a high salary, but that's not true. Financial success isn't about how much you make, it's about how well you manage what you have. Today, I'm going to challenge you with some questions that will reveal whether you're on the right track or if you need to make some changes. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer picture of your financial strengths and weaknesses, and the good news is, no matter where you stand, you can always improve. Let's start with a simple but powerful question. Do you know how much you spend each month? You'd be surprised how many people can't answer this. If you don't know exactly where your money is going, how can you take control of your finances? The truth is, many people estimate their expenses and get it wrong. I had a friend who thought they were spending $200 a month on dining out. When they finally tracked their spending for a month, they discovered it was actually $600. That's a huge difference. Without knowing this, they couldn't figure out why they were always short on savings. Once they made the change, they were able to put $400 a month into a savings account. Tracking your expenses doesn't have to be complicated. Apps like Mint and YNAB, you need a budget, make it easy, but even a simple spreadsheet can do the trick. When you start tracking, you'll likely uncover areas where you're overspending without realizing it. Fixing those leaks can lead to significant savings. Now, let's move on to the second question. Do you have an emergency fund? Life is unpredictable, cars break down, appliances stop working, and medical emergencies happen. Without an emergency fund, these events can send you into debt. Experts recommend saving 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses, but I know that can sound overwhelming, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. Don't worry if you can't hit that target right away. Start small. Even $500 can make a difference. What's important is getting into the habit of saving regularly, even if it's just $20 a week. Think of major companies like Apple. They don't spend every dollar they earn. They have cash reserves for tough times. On a smaller scale, your emergency fund serves the same purpose. It's a financial cushion that gives you breathing room when life throws you a curveball. Next up, are you paying off your debts in the most efficient way possible? Debt can be a major obstacle to building wealth if it's not managed correctly. There are two popular strategies for tackling debt: the snowball method and the avalanche method. The snowball method focuses on paying off your smallest debts first to build momentum. Each time you pay off a debt, you feel motivated to keep going. The avalanche method focuses on paying off debts with the highest interest rates first, which saves you more money in the long run. Which method is better? It depends on your personality. If you're someone who needs quick wins to stay motivated, the snowball method might be for you. But if you're disciplined and want to save as much money as possible, the avalanche method could be a better fit. Either way, the key is to have a plan and stick to it. Let me share a quick story. I met a couple who had $30,000 in combined credit card debt. They felt overwhelmed and didn't know where to start. After sitting down and creating a plan, they used the snowball method to pay off their smallest debts first. Within 3 years, they were completely debt-free. The plan worked because they stayed consistent and made small but steady progress. Now here's a question that really separates those who are good with money from those who aren't. Are you investing for the future? If you're not investing, you're missing out on one of the most powerful ways to grow your wealth. Saving is important, but investing is what helps your money grow faster than inflation. The earlier you start, the better. Even small amounts can grow into something significant over time thanks to compound interest. For example, if you invest $100 a month starting at age 25, you could have over $380,000 by the time you retire. Wait until you're 35 to start, and you'll have less than half that amount. Let me introduce myself. I'm Curtis, and I'm here to help you take control of your money. If you're finding this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I'm always sharing practical tips to help you build wealth and achieve financial freedom. If you're new to investing, start simple. Index funds and ETFs are great for beginners because they provide diversification and are low cost. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't see results overnight, but over time that small seed grows into something massive. That's the power of investing. Another question to ask yourself: do you have a budget that reflects your values and priorities? A budget isn't about restricting yourself or feeling deprived. It's about being intentional with your money and making sure it's going toward what matters most to you. Think about someone like Warren Buffett. He's one of the richest people in the world, but he's known for living modestly and spending his money where it counts, on investments, not luxuries. His budget reflects his values. You don't need to be as extreme as Buffett, but the point is to ensure that your spending aligns with your long-term goals. One of the simplest budgeting methods is the 50/30/20 rule. You allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or debt repayment. If those percentages don't work for you, that's okay. Adjust them until you find a balance that fits your life. Before we move on, let me leave you with this. Do you know your net worth? Your net worth is the difference between what you own and what you owe. It's one of the best indicators of your financial health. Many people focus on their salary, but your net worth tells the real story. Tracking your net worth over time shows you whether you're making progress or falling behind. If it's increasing, you're on the right path. If it's stagnant or decreasing, it's time to make adjustments. Apps like Personal Capital can help you track this automatically, or you can do it manually with a simple spreadsheet. We've covered questions about your spending, debt, savings, investments, and overall financial health. But we're not done yet. Next, we'll dive into more questions that test your financial knowledge and help you build even stronger money habits. Let's keep going. Here's a critical question. Do you understand the difference between good debt and bad debt? Not all debt is created equal. Many people assume that all debt is bad, but that's not true. Good debt helps you build wealth or improve your future, while bad debt typically drains your resources without providing long-term benefits. Let's break it down. Good debt includes things like a mortgage or a student loan. A mortgage allows you to own a home, which can appreciate in value over time. A student loan, when used for a degree that boosts your earning potential, is often a worthwhile investment. Bad debt, on the other hand, includes things like high-interest credit cards and payday loans, which often lead to a cycle of financial stress. A good example is Elon Musk. He once took on loans to fund Tesla and SpaceX, but that debt was used to build companies that are now worth billions. Compare that to someone who maxes out credit cards for vacations or luxury goods with no long-term return. The difference between these two approaches can shape your financial future. The next question, do you have multiple streams of income? Relying on a single income source is risky. What if you lose your job or face an unexpected expense? Many wealthy individuals have multiple streams of income, from their main job to investments, rental properties, or side businesses. Think about Jeff Bezos. While Amazon is his primary success, he also has investments in other ventures, including Blue Origin and the Washington Post. You don't need to be a billionaire to do the same. Start small. Maybe you can freelance, invest in dividend stocks, or start an online side hustle. The point is to diversify your income so that you're not dependent on one source. I know someone who started with a single income as a teacher, but eventually built side income through online tutoring and creating digital lesson plans. Within 2 years, they were earning as much from their side hustle as they were from their full-time job. This is why having multiple income streams is a game changer. Now here's a question that stumps a lot of people. Do you know your credit score and why it's important? Your credit score affects so many aspects of your financial life, from the interest rate on your mortgage to whether you get approved for a car loan. But many people ignore it until it becomes a problem. If you don't know your score, you can check it for free using apps like Credit Karma or through your bank. A good credit score can save you thousands of dollars over time by giving you access to lower interest rates and better financial products. It's not just a number, it's a tool that can either help or hurt your financial journey. To maintain a good credit score, pay your bills on time, keep your credit utilization low, and avoid applying for too much new credit at once. I once met someone who ignored their credit score for years and couldn't understand why they kept getting denied for loans. Once they started making consistent payments and reducing their credit card balances, their score improved, and they were able to qualify for a mortgage with a low interest rate. Here's another important question. Are you protecting your assets with insurance? Insurance isn't just an expense, it's a safeguard that can protect your finances from major setbacks. Health insurance, life insurance, home insurance, and even renter's insurance can save you from financial disaster. Think of it this way. Wealthy people like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett don't see insurance as a waste of money. They see it as protection. If something goes wrong, they know they won't have to dip into their savings or sell investments to cover unexpected expenses. Even if you're young and healthy, having basic health insurance is crucial. A single medical emergency can wipe out years of savings. Don't take unnecessary risks. Protect what you've worked hard to build. Let's talk about another question that measures financial success. Are you continuously improving your financial literacy? The more you know, the better decisions you'll make. Financial literacy is about understanding things like budgeting, investing, taxes, and retirement planning. Take someone like Oprah Winfrey. She didn't grow her wealth by luck. She continuously learned about money and investments. Even after becoming a millionaire, she surrounded herself with financial experts and kept learning. Whether it's reading books, taking courses, or watching videos like this one, improving your financial knowledge is one of the best investments you can make. If you're already watching this video, you're on the right track. But don't stop here. Read books like The Millionaire Next Door or Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The more you learn, the more confident you'll feel about making financial decisions. Now let me ask you this. Are you thinking long-term when it comes to your money? It's easy to focus on short-term wins, like saving for a vacation or buying the latest gadget. But long-term thinking is what truly builds wealth. Think about retirement. Are you contributing to a retirement account like a 401k or IRA? If not, you're missing out on tax benefits and compound growth. Even small contributions can add up over time. I once knew someone who started saving $50 a month at age 25. By the time they retired, they had over $500,000 thanks to compound interest. Small steps today can lead to huge results later. Before we wrap up, here's one final question. Are you reviewing your financial progress regularly? Just like a business checks its performance through quarterly reviews, you should be doing the same with your personal finances. Check your net worth, review your budget, and adjust your investments as needed. Reviewing your progress helps you stay on track and make changes when necessary. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to pivot. The key is to stay flexible and keep moving forward. If you've made it this far, give yourself credit. These questions aren't meant to make you feel bad. They're here to help you identify areas for improvement. The goal is progress, not perfection. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I'll be here with more tips to help you take control of your finances and build the life you deserve. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep going. You've got this.